Welcome to Megazord Radio. I hope that you'll enjoy the show.
Oh my god. I should have seen that one coming, to be
Now
honest.
to make you jump with glee, your wonderful host, Riely. Fuck, what rhymes with Nightster? Shit.
You better not go too far, cause I'm the co-host, Nightstar.
The Night Star.
I had to work around.
You had to do a little bit of finagling there.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
Hello, hello.
Oh boy, how you been, Nightster? How's your week been?
Busy, Had quite a few recordings done with Jebba's of the group.
I heard about that.
Yeah, and I'm glad that we're getting them back in. I'll be posting one of the videos soon, and the other needs to be edited, but because it's 4 hours long.
Is that how long the fucking tier list clocked out to?
Yeah, the tier list of every single Power Ranger ended up being 4 hours long, and Izzy asked for it to so she could edit the video. So I'm just waiting on that.
Does she edit?
Yeah, she said in the group chat we have, if I can find the message. Tomorrow or something, I don't know, when you have free time, upload the footage to Google Drive or something and send it to me. Which I'm assuming was to edit, because they have mentioned editing before, and I've sent the video over yesterday. So, well, actually 2 days ago now.
I see. Exciting stuff coming to our Toku Thrill channel if you want to go check that out.
Yeah,
But
I've been
folks,
pumping out the videos lately.
pumping out them videos. But folks, today we're here to talk about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 1, Episode 53, Foul Play. At least half, that's half of what we're here to do. It aired May 2nd, 1994. Written by Peggy Nicole, directed by Jon Stewart, and it's fucking weird popping in my ear. It's really distracting me.
Oh no.
We start at the youth center. There's a bunch of kids. Zack is doing magic tricks for them. He's got a top hat. He's a magician. You gotta have a top hat when you're a magician, of course. No rabbits come out of it,
None
which
at
is a
all.
flaw. But he's doing some magic and some juggling and whatever the fuck for the kids. Bulk and Skull show up and try to terrorize him, and he scares them with fake snakes. And Angela comes in and she's like, "Ooh, it's so hot how you scared them with the fake snakes." And she gives him a kiss on the cheek. Everybody else shows up, starts teasing Zack about getting kissed on the cheek by Angela. And he's like, "It's just a peck on the cheek. It's not a big deal." And then we go to the moon, and she's like, "A peck on the cheek, eh? I'll show you a fucking peck on the cheek."
Ayo, Rita is?
Rita Riz, true. So everybody's hanging out. They want to meet Tommy at the mall before it closes. They ask Zack if he wants to come, but he's like, "No, I gotta go hang. I gotta stay here for Angela and also the kids. Definitely, mostly the kids, not entirely Angela at all." So that's what's going on there. Everybody else is gonna go hang out with Tommy, who does not appear in this episode at all. I think. I do not think we see hide nor hair of Mr. Tommy Oliver this entire broadcast. He gets
We do not.
mentioned at least one more time to remind us that he needs to conserve his power, but I don't think we see him. But regardless, that's what's going on. We go to the moon. And Rita's like, we're gonna make the Pexter. Finster's like, we're gonna make the Pexter. He can destroy buildings with just a peck or two. And Rita's like, don't, make sure it doesn't suck, Finster.
Yep.
We the Rangers are walking to the mall, sans Zack, and also sans Tommy, who is assumedly waiting for them at the mall. They get attacked by putties. They start holding them off. Then we go back to the youth center, and Angela asks Zack a very vague question about doing something tonight. But then there's a news report, and it's like, it's an evil monster. He's called the Pexter. He's destroying the world. Oh no. And so everybody, Zack and Angela start working to comfort the kids. Zack also is working to get out of there because he's got to go Power Range, but he can't just leave. So he's like, "Hey, Bulk and Skull, well, how would you like to make me disappear?" And he gives Bulk the magic wand. And he's like, "Oh, make you disappear, eh? That'd be fun." So Zack gets behind a curtain, and tells Bulk to say the magic words, which are "I am Og Un," aka "I am a goon." That's the bit. That's the joke.
I am
Which Bulk eventually figures out. To give Bulk credit where credit is due, he actually does figure it out on his own.
a goon.
I am Og Un. I am Og Un. I am a goon. I am a goon. What the hell? And he goes to pull the curtain to yell at Zack, but Zack is gone because the disappearing trick worked. AKA he teleported to the command center, obviously.
I thought he didn't.
Or
I
no, he
thought
didn't.
that's
He didn't teleport to the command center. Actually, he just teleported to like the hallway.
yeah.
So he's in the locker hallway, and he calls Zordon, and he's like, "You got to stop Pexter." And he's like, "What about the other five, though?" And he's like, "Tommy needs to conserve his power. The other Power Rangers are fighting the putties. Go fight the monster on your own." So Zack morphs to try to fight the Pexter. Um, and the other four Rangers do eventually defeat the putties, but Pexter is able to evade Zack's attempts to attack him. And Zack and Zordon kind of have a powwow. Um, Zack's like, where's everybody? He's like, they're fine. They eat the putties. You got to go back to the youth center because it's gonna get suspicious if you're away too long. So Zack's got to head back. The other four head to the command center, where Zordon gives them the rundown on Pexter. He tells them that Zack is at the youth center and can't leave right now. Oh, this is where he brings up Tommy. Zack didn't bring up Tommy. It was Kim. And Zordon's like, he gotta conserve his powers. So they morph. Which, Pexter, by the way, I haven't drawn enough attention to Pexter because I do like his design, and I do I like Pexter. He's one of my favorite monsters. I've always remembered Pexter. But one issue in my memory of Pexter that was false is I could have sworn he was a Zed monster. So I don't remember Pexter too well, but I remember the character, and I do like him. I think he comes back at some point in season 2. There are a few season 2 episodes where Zed's like, "Here's a bunch of monsters from the past," and some of them are Rita monsters. So that's probably where the confusion comes from.
Probably. I mean, I do like the design on Pexter's beak and wings, and they make him look pretty gnarly.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I do enjoy a Pexter. So the other four Power Rangers morph to go fight Pexter. We go back to the youth center where everybody's like, all the kids are like, "Come on, Bulk, bring Zack back." And Bulk's like, "I'm not gonna bring him back. And also, I'm gonna hit on his girl." And Angela's like, "I would rather die. Go away. Kill yourself."
I would rather kiss a hippo that was covered in mud.
Yeah, I'd rather give mouth to mouth to a hippo, to like a hippo covered in mud or something. And everybody's like, just bring Zack back, and he's like, Zack isn't coming back ever. But he remembers that the magic word to bring Zack back was just Zack. So now he said Zack, and he's like, oh no. And he goes to check behind the curtain, and there's Zack.
Impeccable timing as well. Like,
Yeah, very good timing. Very clean, very clean.
very convenient.
So now Zack's back, but he's got to try to figure out what to do because the other four Power Rangers are fighting Pexter. He sees it on the news. It's a big struggle. Um, and then he just so happens to look at a rubber ball and some balloons, and he's like, "Oh my god, I know how to beat Pexter." So he sneaks away. We go to the Power Rangers. They're trying to fight the Pexter, but they're struggling. Zack teleports in, morphed. Yet another off-screen morph. They're starting to get liberal with these not showing the morphs.
Yeah.
So Zack shows up. He's got a bunch of balloons. And he's like, "Hey Pexter, I bet you can't pop these balloons." And Pexter's like, "What are you, a fucking idiot? Of course I could pop some balloons." And he goes to pop all the balloons, but then when he hits the black balloon, it's not a balloon, it's a ball. And because he thinks he's just gonna peck right through it, he's going full force. So he just shoves his big beak in there, and now it's stuck. Quick thinking. Good job, Zack.
Very nice thinking from his part.
So now Pexter's all stuck. They do they do no, that's next episode that they do the thing I'm thinking of. No, they just kind of like are like, yeah, we're gonna beat him, and then Rita's like, make my Pexter grow, and now
Dexter, you
Pexter's
must now
big.
grow.
Pexter's big now. They call the Megazord. It's a very uneventful Zord fight. No Tommy, no Ultra Zord, no anything like that. It's just Megazord. They fight for a little bit. Jason calls the Power Sword, and Pexter is killed.
Unless my memory is off, though, there is a first time thing that happens in that Zord fight, which is
Oh, the head laser?
that too, but I was thinking the mammoth shield.
Oh, is that can't be the first time. There's no way.
I don't remember seeing that before.
It's definitely rare, if not a first time thing. But yeah, that was cool. They did the head laser. So I guess it was a kind of a cool Megazord fight, but ultimately Pexter does not put up much of a fight and gets killed by the Power Sword.
Yeah.
We cut back to the youth center where Angela and the kids are watching the Power Rangers win on TV. And the little kid's like, wow, the Black Ranger was so cool, just like Zack. And Angela's like, where is Zack anyway? And Bulk and Skull are like, Zack, Zack, Zack. What is, or Bulk's like, what does she see in him? And Skull's like, good looks, brains. And then Bulk stops him.
Just whacks him.
Whack. Gives him a nice whack. We go to the moon real quick so that Rita can yell at Finster. And then we go back to the youth center a little bit later. Zack is nice and dressed up. His friends tease him a little bit. And they're like, "Oh, what are you gonna do for your date?" And he has this whole complicated plan where they're gonna go to this like nice place, and then they're gonna do a bunch of different romantic shit. But then Angela shows up with the kids, and she's like, "Why are you all so dressed up to go to see the fucking cartoon festival with the kids?" Which is not what you said, Angela.
Angela's a bitch.
Fucking bitches be crazy.
Yeah.
So Zack looks like a fool as he goes to take some kids to see some cartoons, looking suave as hell. And he's like, "What kind of cartoon festival is this anyway?" And she's like, "Oh, it's great. It's a 5-hour retrospective on Woody Woodpecker." And Zack is displeased by this, and that's how the episode ends.
Yeah.
Real quick, you want to DM me your emails so I can give you editing permissions on this fucking document, which I should have done already?
Oh yeah, because I'm pretty quick at the uh
Hey, you're a fast tipper. You type fast.
Festiper.
Fistiper.
Right, there you go. There's my email.
Fuck. Don't not type it. I'm not done. I'm done when I say I'm done. Google, you bitch. There you go. Now you should have access. Go ahead and take a look. Make sure.
Let me just. Oh, I had to reload for changes to take effect. Yep, I
Okay,
can
good.
now.
You want to put in the characters too? You want to be a doll? Do that for me.
Alright, favorite. Yeah, right. So this was what, foul play?
Yep. FOWL play. It's a pun because birds.
Yeah.
Who was my favorite character in foul play? Hmm. I mean, I guess it's kind of obvious. It's probably Zack. He's
Yeah. I
the
was,
he's the main character. He's got the strategy. He's
I was
once
gonna say
again
that.
being tortured by this evil bitch, Angela. I think Zach's got it.
Yeah.
What about favorite scene, Nightster?
Uh, just because it made me laugh, I'm gonna have to say the I am a goon. I am a goon from Bulk.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I think I'll give it to the once again the fight with the Power Rangers versus the monster. I guess the show's kind of doing its job recently. But like I like Zach outsmarting him. I like Pexter in general. I enjoy his posturing. So I'm gonna give my favorite scene to that. And then we gotta rank it.
We do need to rank, indeed.
Pretty good.
Indeed.
Not extraordinary, but pretty good. Is it better than A Star is Born, the episode where Tommy is on TV?
I did like A Star is Born, but I did also like this one.
I feel like A Star is Born doesn't really stick out to me that much. Like there's probably good stuff in there. I'm sure it justifies this rank somehow, but it's kind of one I look to where I'm like, I like this one. I don't really feel too particularly some type of way about A Star is Born.
Uh, yeah, I can definitely see that. I am willing to put Foul Play above A Star is Born if you think that's where it goes.
Okay, well then coming in at the new number 21, Foul Play. But folks, let's go ahead and start moving along to the next one, which is
Uh, Trick or Treat, I'm
I
pretty
know
sure.
I know that and I know that, but I was pulling up the article.
Uh,
Season 1, episode 54, Trick or Treat, aired May 3rd, 1994. So what a Halloween special. It was written by Daniel J. Sarnoff and Ellen Levi Sarnoff, whatever the fuck, and directed by Worth Keeter, the Keat. Shout out. And this is an episode I have been waiting for this entire podcast. So let's talk about it, folks. So we start. It doesn't say where we started the article, but I believe it's the juice bar. It might have been the school, but I'm pretty sure it's the juice bar. And Kimberly meets up with Trini, and she's like, "Hey, guess what?" Oh, Trini and Tommy. She's like, "Hey, guess what? I'm gonna be on Trick or Treat." And Tommy's like, "Whoa, Trick or Treat? Isn't that the most famous game show in the country?" And I said, "No, Tommy, nobody's ever heard of this." But they're all excited because Kim's going to be on TV in front of millions and millions of people on the most popular game show in the world, Trick or Treat, a show where an asshole dresses up like Dracula and you have to ask him stupid questions. This is the most viewed game show ever. I don't know what they're doing in Angel Grove. and in the greater country in Power Rangers world. So she's like, I wonder who my opponent's gonna be. And then Bulk and Skull come in and they're like, haha, Skull's gonna be in there. And Kim's like, you gross. And Bulk's like, he's unbeatable. And they're all like, sure, Bulk. We go to the moon. Rita's like, my pumpkin wrapper monster has been planted. It is ready to grow. Shout out to Pumpkin Wrapper. Can't wait to meet that guy. We go to the game show. Trick or Treat. I guess it's not a Halloween special. They're just on a Halloween themed game show that goes on year round.
Weird. Like imagine if we had
Strange.
a Christmas game show that happened
I'd watch
every.
that if there was a game show, like a Santa Claus game show that went on year round. Ho ho ho! Welcome to Santa Show! Ho ho ho!
Welcome to the sleigh bells.
But regardless, that she's there. It's trick or treat time. She's dressed as a princess. Skull is dressed as a burglar. Everybody has costumes. The host, as I said, is dressed up like Dracula. And the premise, as I said, you gotta ask him a stupid question that he doesn't know the answer to, and you get a pumpkin point. Which this seems like the easiest game in the world because there's so many questions that no normal human being could answer. Like how could you possibly fuck this up? I'd just be like fucking what's the square root of 734? And he'd be like boo like what are the rules? Does he have a calculator? Because at that point, the game just becomes extremely easy because you just ask him stupid math problems.
Or if he does have one, my first question would be something like, imagine you're on a sinking boat, and there's sharks all around you, but it's a rowboat, and you're sinking fast. How do you survive? And your answer is just stop imagining, and you're good.
Whoa. Whoa.
I don't think he'd get that.
Yeah, so very easy game show. And Kim is doing pretty well, but not Skull. Kim's first trick question is who is the Power Rangers? And he's like, oh, I don't know. And it's like, haha. The other Power Rangers in the audience are like, that's funny because it's us. Get it? Meanwhile, Tommy is heading to his karate tournament that he's not at the show for. I forgot to mention that he has to miss Kimberly's epic game show appearance because he has to go do a karate, which I would have canceled the karate. Turns out the karate wasn't too important because he pretty easily canceled the karate when it came time that he needed to later. But you know, so he's heading to his karate tournament. He finds a bunch of rotten pumpkins smelling that are actually, of course, real pumpkins and pumpkin wrapper who's yet to fully blossom. And Rita's like, what's Green Ranger doing there? And Goldar's like, I will send the putties. And the putties show up and they play Go Green Ranger Go because, of course, they do.
One of the best themes in the show.
And he beats the shit out of some putties. And he calls Zordon. And Zordon's like, I am aware of the situation. Go to your tournament. We will have the Power Rangers handle it. And which, again, I know Tommy's got to conserve his power, but like, he is a one-man team of Power Rangers. Like, he's on par with the entire rest of the team on his own. And Kimberly is like in the middle of the opportunity of a lifetime. Like, this is what annoys me. Power Rangers always seems to change its mind as to what is and isn't acceptable to not answer the call and whether or not the rest of the team is willing to help you in not answering the call. because they get very wish-washy about it. Where in this show so far, it seems to be pretty consistently "fuck you, get fucked, you got to go Power Range," but like even with like some of this same cast in Zio later, like when Tanya has a big music opportunity, they go into battle without her and tell her to finish it. Kimberly's on TV in front of millions trying to win a car right now. And not even a consideration is given to maybe not. All the other Power Rangers are immediately like, "Come on, look at our, we're tapping our wrists. You know what that means, Kimberly? You better fucking figure something out."
Yeah, like I mean, you let Zack go on a bit of a date with Angela, but you're not going to let Kim possibly win a car. Come on.
Yeah, so Kimberly has to go away, so she fakes fainting, and then her friends run on stage and they're like, "Oh, she fainted. We'll take her," and they take her away, which results in Skull winning by default. But keep this in your pocket. Skull's cheating a little bit because he is apparently probably too stupid to think of questions, which tracks. So Bulk was mouthing him questions from the audience, but nobody knows that. Will they ever? I don't know. Probably yes, considering I went back to inform you of this, but who knows? So they go to the command center once they've snuck away. The Power Rangers do, not Bulk and Skull. And Zordon's like, "Oh, there's an evil pumpkin patch, and the pumpkins will get on your head and make you not be able to see or breathe. And also, pumpkin wrappers grow in there, and he's bad, and you should stop that from happening." So the Rangers have their mission. They morph. They go and check out the pumpkins. They just start picking them up and putting them real close to their head and being like, they just seem like normal pumpkins. I don't know. Let's continue to hold them close to our heads and figure this out." And then the
It's a bit stupid.
pumpkins. Go ahead.
It's a bit stupid that they were told a few minutes ago by Zordon, hey, these pumpkins are like the ones from Halloween where they can just clamp onto your heads and stop you from breathing. And they just go, oh, let me just put this right next to my head.
What's this pumpkin? Let me press it right up to my visor and take a closer look.
You stupid.
So they all get latched except for Kimberly, and Kimberly is able to blade blast the pumpkins off of their head. And then once that issue is over, they immediately have another issue, which is pumpkin putties. Some of the pumpkins just grow a putty body and start attacking them. Which can the putties see?
Or maybe the pumpkins are controlling the movement.
Maybe, yeah, maybe they're sentient pumpkins. And then the Power Rangers start to deal with that. They eventually find the biggest pumpkin, which they know is Pumpkin Wrapper. And they dare to do their own little rap, trying to brag about how they're about to defeat Pumpkin Wrapper before he even has a chance to be born. But then he is so offended by their non-clever raps and rhymes that he arises. And Nightster, if you
Yeah.
asked me to name two monsters from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 1, it would be Pudgy Pig and Pumpkin Wrapper. I fucking love Pumpkin Wrapper.
I do too. He is so cool.
So Pumpkin Wrapper is exactly what it says on the tin. He's a cool ass looking jack-o'-lantern monster pumpkin guy. And everything he says is a clever rap and rhyme.
Yep.
I don't remember most of them, but I remember his opening line is, "Oh, you Rangers make me mad, waking me up with a rap that bad."
I don't even I remember what the Rangers rap was, but it was quite funny.
It was just like, "You're a loser."
You're a loser.
I don't know what rhymes with loser, but it was just like, it was all just like they came up with rhyming insults. It was all just being like, "You're a loser and we're gonna kill you because we're the Power Rangers." And so Pumpkin Rapper has his putties attack, and they're all fighting. Pumpkin Rapper's doing some epic rapping, but the Power Rangers are losing. Pumpkin Rapper's getting the upper hand. So this forces Zordon to go ahead and give Tommy a call. Just as he's about to go fight in his karate tournament, literally that second, he gets boop 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 booped, and he's like, "Oh well, shit," and he just walks off. As he's called, he just walks off, and they're like, "Oh, I guess Tommy's a no call, no show." And I'm like, "You mean nobody saw him in his fucking bright green karate gi? None of the staff saw that earlier." But regardless, he sneaks off, takes the call. Zordon's like, the Power Rangers are fighting Pumpkin Rapper. It's not working out. We need you to go help with that. And he says the thing. He says, I'm morphing out of here. They're still trying to make fetch happen.
Morphin out of here.
Morphing out of here. Ugh. So he morphs out of here into the Green Ranger and lands in battle. He starts fighting Pumpkin Rapper. Eventually, they come up with a plan. Tommy's like, I'm going to hold him down. You guys use the Power Blaster for the first time in 20 episodes, and that's how we'll beat him. So they execute that plan. Tommy kind of grabs him, jumps away at the last minute, and they Power Blaster Pumpkin Rapper, and he's dead. No Zord fight with Pumpkin Rapper.
No Zord fight at all.
He's just dead. We cut to Rita, where you think for a second she's gonna make him grow, but she just beats the shit out of Goldar and Squat and Babu, or Lunk and Babu. I'm sorry, with her wand.
In a recycled clip, I think, because we've seen that before.
Yeah, we've definitely seen this clip before. There's a lot of recycles going on. I think everything in Rita's Palace is recycled. Actually, I don't think they did new Rita's Palace stuff for Ju 2. But regardless, that's done. We go back to outside of the youth center with Kim and Tommy. They're both sad they had to lose their thing, but they're like, we're both winners because we're Power Rangers, and that's good. And also we have each other and whatever.
Yeah.
Bulk and Skull show up in their sick new ride, but that is very short lived because a girl from the network shows up and she's like, you guys cheated. I'm taking this car. Get out. And they have to get out of the car. And the lady with the network leaves. But what we forgot to mention before is that Bulk is dressed as a mummy, and in a move that I'm sure you all can uh, intuit based on that costume choice. A little bit of the mummy paper gets caught on the car as she drives away. So he goes twisting all around, and then he's in his underwear when the thread breaks off, and they fall on the ground, him and Skull, and everybody's like, "Ha ha! I guess you can't win them all." And
it was at some point in this episode that it might have been last episode, might have been this episode. Skull says something that honestly made me like choke on my drink because
what did he say?
I'm surprised that they got away with it. He called Kim Kimbo, which is that just them trying to get away with calling Kimberly a bimbo?
No, I think it was more just they didn't think about it, but it is funny how close that is.
Like, I was like, oh my god.
Because like I've heard people call like people will call Tim's Timbo, and that's not what they're trying to do. So I think it was more of a mistake, but it is kind of funny.
Yeah. Like, especially since he was flirting with her at the time.
Yeah, quite rude. That's not how you. It's not how you flirt. Come on.
Yeah, no, you can't just call a girl bimbo like that. No. What are you doing, Skull?
But Nightster, who's your favorite character?
As much as I want to say Tommy, and believe me, I do, it's got to be Kim.
Oh, okay. That's not the twist I was expecting, but
I'm
sure.
I know you probably expect me to say something like, "Oh, I I forget his name already. Rapper Pumpkin
Pumpkin
guy."
wrapper.
Yeah, but I just really liked how Kim was handled on this episode.
That's fair. I was hoping you were taking the same route as me, and I was wrong. I am giving it to Pumpkin Wrapper.
Yeah, I was tempted to, but I knew you would, so I wanted to be different.
That's fair.
Uh, so night. Oh,
I got it. I was quicker than you. You're doing the number shit though. Okay, what was your favorite scene?
uh, favorite scene, probably the morphed fight against the pumpkin putties, because we don't really see morphed putty fights, so that was quite fun.
Oh, get ready for season 2, buddy.
I'm excited.
Get ready for season 2. Season 2, man, they really fucked up the production on season 2. The thing about season 2 is it's so divisive in the fan base because like there's so much good iconic shit in there that a lot of people like heralded as good, but there's also a very large sect of people who say that season 2 is like one of the worst seasons of Power Rangers. And like they're not even that misguided because the first like third of it is like fucked production wise because because they wanted to sell new toys, so they were like, we don't want to start season 2 and not do the new Zords right away, so they did the new Zords right away. But the problem is they still had Jew 2 footage to burn, so they just took the Zord fights from Jew 2 and they'd show a shot of the monster and then they'd show a shot of the Thunder Megazord attacking and then just show a shot of the monster going, ah, I've been attacked.
Yeah,
so
I
so that's the Zord fights for the first bit, and even beyond that, once they get to Die Ranger, a lot of the earlier Die Ranger monsters, Toei just didn't send over the costumes for. So all of the morphed footage that is not of just the White Ranger is just them fighting putties and the monster being like, ah, I've sent putties after you. And then it grows.
oh my god, that's gonna be an interesting one.
Very exciting, but I love season 2. I'm interested to see where you fall on the other 2 seasons of Mighty Morphin because when it comes to fan consensus, season 1 is pretty well revered, and it seems like you agree with that thus far.
Yeah,
But season 2 and 3 get a little divisive. Some people love them, some people do not. I love them, and I'm interested to see where you fall.
uh, yeah, I feel like I'm gonna rank season one quite high compared to other seasons of the show, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think a lot of my love for season 2 and 3 is probably nostalgia bias. We'll see if I give up on some of those values as we go. I feel like season 3 though. Season 2 is just like them trying to do season 1 again with varying results due to production issues. Whereas season 3, I feel like is them dipping their toes into more like consistent storytelling. And it was kind of the stepping stone that led to Zio, which is an extremely good season with an actual ongoing plot. Whereas season 3 is a little bit rougher because it's kind of the first time they tried to do that.
Yeah, like I don't really have much to say about the other two seasons since I haven't, watched them yet. But
Yeah, it's just my speculation and my excitement to see how you think of them and how I will think of them going back. I rewatched season 2 not too long ago. It must have been like 2023. But where were we?
we did favorite scenes and characters, so it's ranking.
Okay. I'm looking real high.
Yeah,
This is an
this was,
all-time classic Mighty Morphin Power Rangers episode.
this was a good
Um,
one.
I feel like I don't think it quite reaches top 10. Like if there was more pumpkin wrapper, but there's criminally little pumpkin wrapper. I feel like it's probably better than a pig surprise, not as good as Wheel of Misfortune is where I'm looking at.
So our new number 13 is what
New
you're
number
thinking.
13. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
All right.
It's coming in at the new number 13, Trick or Treat. And that's our show for today, folks. We're so close. 3 more Megazord Radio episodes until we have, well, I guess 4, counting the recap, but 3 more until we've completed season 1 coverage. And then just 1 more after that, and we're all the way done. And it'll be season 2 time.
Yeah,
Very exciting.
there we go. Pretty sure that is in order.
Looks to be. We've got 46 episodes ranked. 6 more to go. Yeah. I wonder
Yeah.
if teamwork's still going to be the worst, or if there's going to be something really bad that I forgot about at the tail end of the season here.
I guess we'll have to see.
But what's next time? I've been forgetting to do that. I used to do that, and I've been forgetting.
Let me
So
check.
so it's a Second Chance,
Oh,
which I believe is the episode with the murderer in it.
the what?
Uh, so there's this guy who, when he was a kid, he was a child actor. And he was one of the kids in this coming episode of Power Rangers. And then he grew up and he murdered an elderly couple and stole their boat.
Crazy.
So that's what's going on in Second Chance. We'll get to meet a real life murderer when he was but a boy, and on Fins and Needles, which I love.
Mhm.
So very exciting.
Oh god, now when we scroll down to the very bottom of the season 1 playlist, you can see the episode that we're doing next week.
Yeah, we're chugging right along. Folks, a little bit of a short one, but that happens sometimes. What can you do? Thanks for listening to Megazord Radio. Nightster, where can our listeners find you?
You can find me on my solo channel Nightster, or you can find me at Toku Thrill with Riely and some other friends. We do Power Rangers, Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, Ultraman, all that good Toku stuff for your enjoyment. Where can they find you?
linktr.ee/Riely Cinematic Universe. That's RIELY Cinematic Universe for all sorts of podcasts and YouTube channels and all that good shit for your ear holes and your eye holes. Go check it out right now, or you're under arrest. You're going to jail, mister.
By authority of the global police, we're stopping you.
Folks, thanks for listening to yet another episode of Megazord Radio. I've been Riely.
I've been Nightster.
And until next time, we're morphin' out of here. It's
It's
morphin'
morphin'
time!
time.